Howdy Eddie. This is just to let you know about DADGAD. As you were asking, so DADGAD we've got DADGAD, and pretty much that G string. If you just put your finger on that, then you really only have D's and A's. So what you've kind of got this droney thing. That's kind of the basis for it all, I think. And then if you really want to keep things simple, just move that up one, but kind of strum from the A, and you get a kind of an A that kind of rings out nicely there with A's and D's, I guess. And that'd be an E we're doing there because it's D E. But anyway, and then if you move it down one more, it's kind of like you're adding in, that turns it into a B there, so it's almost like a G chord, but whatever that word is, reversed around or whatever. So you could just then G is nice, especially if you go up to there. I normally do it with two fingers on it there, on both of them strings there, and you pretty much leave the rest of it to ring. Then your kind of full chord for an F is kind of having all these three lower strings barred almost. Put your index finger there, so that's that one there. That can be, if you bring it down here, it's kind of like your E, and then your E minor is you just take that off. Sometimes I don't put three fingers on it at all. I only pluck two strings, and then they're in unison. So then the other thing is, if you kind of think of the way they're a tone apart, they're a tone apart as well, that it kind of keeps things major, whereas if you kind of go that kind of turns a minor chord. So let me start again. That's D, and then if you add this in here, you're adding in the F sharp, so it's major, but then if you add it in here, you get your minor. So kind of is all them, perhaps one of them scales you were talking about. I don't know. Anyway, it sounds pretty cool. And then you also can get a minor in there as well by putting that one, because that's turning that D into a high F. So that can be D minor to kind of an F. Work well. I guess that's this type of C, some type of C6 or something. So that's pretty much it. So you kind of have songs like "Was on one bright March morning, I bid New Orleans adieu. I took on the road to Jackson Town by fortune." There's a B minor then. It's kind of just like that bar chord you do with those two fingers there. Like a standard bar, where you just strum from the B then. Because you're kind of, if you're all in D, you'll be needing your B minor at some stage. That's kind of it. Then if you want to go the other route, actually I have a new song that I've been working on. It kind of uses, I'm just using the capo. What was it? that in at the moment. So what else is there? The other thing I like to do, because that A, this open string here, this one here, is A, but then when you put this note in, it's also A. So you've got kind of a double stops thing, which you can move all the way up. So you can kind of, I like to do some solos sometimes there. So you still have your drones then, which is kind of cool. This is a nice kind of thing that can happen as well. I don't really know exactly. It's one of these kind of similar thing works in normal tuning. So that kind of shape. But it works great because you've got the drones behind as well. I've a song on my first album, which I just kind of up here. So I got some low notes going on here and a bit of riff because I'm on the 12th fret, so tiny. And then down to G. Yesterday How I Cried is that one. Go to that. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Then with trad stuff, or with the Irish stuff, like there's a kind of cool thing you can do with that. So I guess there's lots of these movable ones where you can still leave the drones go, so that's pretty cool. It's also worth messing about with bringing that G string down to a D. So now you've only got 2 notes in the whole guitar, but it kind of frees you up. I guess it's kind of like your bouzouki then, that you've only literally got 2 notes. So there's that one, Stephen Stills. Sorry, what was it? And 20. So that's cool. I have another one on my album called Mullenheimshire. Mullenheimshire's just a sheep, falls all else Scarborough. Mullenheimshire's just a sheep, falls all else Scarborough. Which kind of changes later. You were talking about messing about with the scales and all. Later on, it kind of changes to big dogs, big spring. Anyway, it's great. You can mess about with it. So that's DADGAD and some DADDAD as well. Hope that helps.